It was a town that in many ways symbolized the desperation of the people living inside the war zone in Syria. Madaya is under siege by Bashar al-Assad's regime forces, and its 20,000 residents were starving, and several had died because of it. Then came a glimmer of hope as the UN and other agencies delivered much-needed aid under an agreement with the regime. But now the aid group Doctors Without Borders says 16 more people have starved to death, and several dozen more residents are at risk of dying because of severe malnutrition.
Well, unfortunately, this is what we predicted when we made our release 3 weeks ago, that without medical evacuations, just simple food supplies for quite a high number of people was not sufficient. Many of them were so malnourished that only specialized medical care or medical evacuations would save their lives.
TRT World's also been speaking to an activist who lives there. He says the food and medicines they received didn't meet people's needs.
We received aid earlier this month, which wasn't enough and didn't meet the need of the people. There are malnutrition cases in the town, and we need specific types of food, which wasn't available in those aid convoys, and this led to several deaths. What people need is not humanitarian aid. They need the siege to be lifted and opening of corridors, so that people will be able to manage their life and needs. But unfortunately, there's no hope of lifting this siege. There were promises of establishing new mobilized clinics and training the medical staff here, but so far nothing has been done. The medical situation here is very bad, and the support of the UN and health organizations is very weak.